of the Mind Flayer.
Welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, a D&D play podcast set in the homebrewed world of Jekyll. We've got 2 DMs for some reason, which can only mean twice the fun. So sit back, relax, and enjoy your time at
Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
Hello, welcome to Theatre of the Mind Flayer, the podcast that will straight up make you spoot. My name is Jacob Machin.
Spoon?
That's
Spoot?
Caleb Dowdall.
No, I don't think it was spoon, Michael. I think it was
you poor innocent
something
boy.
a little bit more.
Well,
You know,
okay.
spurt the girt,
Okay. I
spoot your goo.
can fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
I can't. Fill me in.
I don't need to
So-
know what it means. I just need to know Jake said it.
I'm Jacob Machin. That's Caleb Dowdall.
Hello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Been bowling a lot.
Have
Would
you?
you believe? Yeah.
Right.
My mom bought me a bowling ball for Christmas. Or not for Christmas, for my birthday. Well, I say bought me one. She sent me money and said, you have to buy a bowling ball with this.
She didn't send a bowling ball in the mail from Ireland.
She tried. She actually did try it. Jesus Christ. And she's like, it's going to cost so much money.
Yeah.
So I haven't bought the ball, but she keeps giving out to me going, you have to buy it. Why haven't you bought it? One, she didn't send me enough money for a fucking bowling ball. So I have to put my own money towards buying this fucking bowling ball. So I sent her a photoshopped picture of me in the bowling lane with a bowling ball. Very, very obviously photoshopped, I should say. Like the ball is like twice the size of a normal ball in this picture, like much bigger than my head. And I sent this back to her thinking she'd have a laugh. And she went, oh my God, I love it. It looks so great.
no.
So I just had a little laugh to myself and didn't respond. And then a few days later, I texted her going, hey, you know that was Photoshop. Like, surely you know that. And she was like, Caleb, you little fucking shit. I have showed so many people that picture. Oh, no. I was like, fuck. So I'd love to think that like she was showing them and then in the background they're kind of nodding and smiling. Yeah, thumbs up.
great.
Like, great. So, yeah, I'm
Have you
good.
shown an interest in bowling, or was
To
this
be
just...
fair, I have shown an interest in bowling.
Yeah,
in recent months.
you're a bit of a
So I've
bit of a sore winner, sore
I've been
loser, aren't you?
practicing. I had gotten really bad lately, but my last game hit 180, which was pretty good.
Caleb has a competitive streak when it comes to things like pool and darts and bowling.
Yeah, useless games.
Yes.
I'm
things
good
you can
at.
play while drinking?
Yeah, exactly.
Do
Literally.
you have a bowling ball now, or?
No, I have not, but I will be buying one, purchasing one very, very... I have money in my bank account that is designated for a bowling ball. So, yeah, it's happening.
Just get
And
a little...
she'll know if you use it to buy.
You know you're going to send her a legit photo of you with a bowling ball and she'll be like, I don't believe
You don't
Caleb.
believe
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
You have to send her a video.
I want
Yeah.
you to send her like 6 more photos of you in the same position, but holding things that clearly aren't a bowling ball. Like,
show
like
you
a
out-
Or when
baby
you
hippo.
get a bowling ball, like take it to the beach with you and get a photo
Hang on,
sitting
hang
on
on.
the beach with it. While Caleb goes and grabs the photo to show us, we've got Danielle Butlin with us.
Hello.
We've got Daelyn Lester-Serafini.
Hello.
We've got Michael Briganti.
Hello.
And we have Luke Sykes.
Hi.
Cool. Here we go. That's Oh, your poor mum. You're not even holding it.
What?
So for those listening, it looks like Caleb's got like one of Jupiter's moons in his hand.
It's going to be on Instagram. We're going to post this on
Yeah, can we post that to Instagram?
absolutely.
Awesome. Send it to me and I'll post
And
it when we release
the
it.
text I got was, that's fab. Did you get it drilled, customized for your fingers? Love the colors. Very snazzy.
I did, Mom.
And then a few days later, I said, it's photoshopped, haha. And then she said, you little shit. I'm not happy about that at all.
Angry face.
Angry face. I've been showing everyone that picture.
Oh,
Yeah, so there you
man.
go. That's what I've been up to.
What a shit.
Can't wait to see what you get for Christmas.
Got 2 fun things to do today. We're going to play an improv game, but first, Caleb messaged me really excited, and he said he wanted to do something for you guys in lieu of a improv game. And then just before he whispered to me, he said, maybe we should do an improv game just in case this is shit.
Yeah, this might be shit and cut, or also very quick, in which case we could just do an improv game afterwards. We'll wait and see. So I don't know if you guys, I've been watching lately a lot of Actually, the YouTube show. Have you guys seen this?
Yeah, on Dropout TV.
Oh, yes.
Shout
yeah,
out to our friends at Dropout TV.
The like fact checking one.
Yeah, so
kind of.
basically the premise of the show
What's his
is
name? Trap.
Mike Trapp. Yeah, Mike Trapp's show. So the premise of the show, for those who aren't aware, is very simple. Basically, the contestants are given a statement usually based on some kind of fantasy or science fiction like property, TV shows, movies.
A topic, if you will.
A topic, yeah, but usually a nerdy topic.
Actually, it's nerd culture.
Yes, okay. This guy's seen the show.
Oh.
1 point. You're already ahead. So you will hear a statement that has something false in that statement. So it might be 90% true, but one part of it isn't.
Yeah. For instance, Caleb in Ireland once took a train in which he shit his pants twice. And you would...
Actually, Caleb didn't shit his pants in a train. It was a bus.
Yay! And that's how the game is.
So that's how...
Do we, for copyright purposes, want to change it to factually?
I mean, we did shout them out.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to take us down. And
Can we
if they
just like
did-
be like, no, Caleb, you stupid fuck? Can that be ours?
Okay, well, see, so usually on the show...
No, you big dumb idiot.
We can play No, You Big Dumb Idiot.
I like that one.
But this is very important. This is very important. Whoever corrects me, if they don't say No, You Big Dumb Idiot,
Okay.
Yes.
your
Okay.
answer is invalid.
Ooh, okay.
So the next
Okay.
person then to say, you can steal an answer essentially if you don't say the catchphrase.
No, you big dumb idiot. Great. My buzzer's going to sound like this. Boop.
Michael, what's your buzzer?
Damn it, that's what I was going to do.
Sorry, baby.
I want to make it a little bit louder.
And Jake, maybe I'll get you to keep an eye on like whose buzzer went in first because this could get messy. Also for obviously the podcast that's in it, I've written these questions all D&D themed.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
What was the phrase again? Oh my god. No,
No,
you
you
big
big dumb idiot.
And you gotta say it.
So
Okay.
buzzer, then no, you big dumb idiot. But I'll also if someone makes a big noise, I'll try to point to you. It's the no, you big dumb idiot that we want.
So our first...
How many questions do we have?
I have 3 questions.
3 questions.
I didn't know how many to do. I did 3. So we'll see if that will be enough. Hopefully it will. Our first statement.
Just to clarify, are we allowed to buzz in at any time?
You can buzz in at any time.
Okay.
So you can interrupt me if you think you know the answer. Yeah.
Okay.
Dark vision is a rule set in D&D 5th edition, which allows creatures the ability to see in the dark and dimly lit places. As such, a creature with dark vision can make perception checks in total darkness without any disadvantage.
Shows you how well we know the rules.
Daelyn!
No, you big dumb idiot. It allows creatures to make perception or investigation checks not at disadvantage.
That is incorrect.
Luke.
It is not a rule set only in D&D 5e. You big dumb idiot. No, you big dumb idiot.
But technically, I guess that is also true, but not what we're looking for here, unfortunately.
Technicality, no doubt.
But technically, you are correct there. Yeah.
Can we hear this statement again?
Yeah. Dark vision is a rule set in D&D 5th edition, which allows creatures the ability to see in dark and dimly lit places.
No, you big dumb idiot. Dark vision is a feature, not a rule set.
No, it is a rule set because you can. It's a racial trait. It's also a spell. There's many different ways you can get it from magic items. So there's many different ways.
No, you big dumb idiot. Anything can see in dim light.
So correct. Anything can see in dim light.
I'm hearing a lot of corrects,
but that is not. But you haven't corrected anything
Like
here.
someone's a big dumb idiot.
We didn't say that anything can't see. The
Can you
statement
say it
is
one more
as
time?
such a creature with dark vision can make perception checks in total darkness without any disadvantage.
Fucking sucks. I love it. I don't even know.
Yeah, I know. I wrote this to deliberately. We had a conversation about this months and months ago.
Haha, no, you big dumb idiot.
Yeah.
Total darkness is immune to dark vision.
No,
magical
that's
darkness.
incorrect. Magical darkness, dark vision does not work. But
No, you big dumb idiot. You made this too technically difficult.
No, you big dumb idiot. Technically, when you have dark vision, you can make the perception check with disadvantage. When you have no dark vision, you can't make the perception check at all.
exactly 1 point to Jake.
I do this for a living!
So yeah, basically what dark vision does, it makes total darkness seem like dim light and
Which is a
dim light
disadvantage
which
check.
full light. So someone without dark vision
Okay.
can't see at all in total darkness.
So no perception
But if you have dark vision, in total darkness you can see like dimly lit. So you still roll at disadvantage, but you get to actually make
Caleb.
the roll.
Oh, this is good. I'm learning
Caleb?
things.
Caleb?
Yeah.
I fucking love this game.
Yeah, it's good. Isn't it? Also, a little bit of trivia on dark vision. You can't see colors, just different shades of grey in dark vision.
Is that what 50 Shades of Grey was about? Just someone with dark vision?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they couldn't see the red flags.
Zing.
Okay.
Round of applause right there.
I'm gonna have to keep this round of applause sound effect now on standby. Also, if you have watched them, actually, they write the questions like I did there, very deliberately trying to trip you up. You know. Are we ready for round 2? I believe
two.
Jake isn't playing, but I guess you are.
I got a technical
No,
point.
I didn't think they'd ever get that. But no, I'm not going to play because, I'm too, this is too
Okay. All right.
fun. I'd sweep the board.
Question number 2. Statement number 2, I should say. In the 5th edition Monster Manual, released in 2014, the 3 age categories of dragon, wormling, young, and adult, come in the form of 5 basic chromatic dragons, red, blue, green, black, and white, and 5 metallic dragons, copper, brass, silver, gold, and bronze.
No, you big dumb idiot. It was written in 2015.
No. Good guess, but no.
No, you big dumb idiot. There are 4 ages of dragons: wormling, young,
Wormling,
adult,
young.
and ancient.
Yes! There are 4 different age categories of dragon. The last that I did not include being ancient dragon in the Monster Manual.
The deadliest.
Yeah, great.
I was literally running through all the minis we have in stock at work, and I was like, yeah, no, those are the right colors.
I was putting in all that information to like deliberately make you think, oh, maybe you're missing a color. But no, yeah, it is the age category.
Caleb, you should do this more often because we're all learning stuff
It's
here.
It's a good way of
Make
learning
us
your
better
D&D
players.
Trivia. Okay, our last one. As iconic monsters in Dungeons and Dragons, mind flayers consume the brains of other intelligent species to survive. To help keep them fed, they enslave the goblin race with the aim of keeping up a constant and recurring food source.
Boop. No, you big dumb idiot. They don't eat the brains.
No, they do. They do. They consume the brain and brain matter.
Yeah.
Boop. No, you big dumb idiot. They use deep gnomes, not gnomes.
So I said goblins, but you are right in that what's wrong here is the race. It wasn't the goblin race. So I'll give you the point unless one of I can get one guess for the race that the mind flayers enslaved to use as their food source. Get one guess each.
No, you big dumb idiot. Dwarves?
No, it was not dwarves.
No, you big dumb idiot. They enslaved hobgoblins?
No, not hobgoblins, unfortunately.
Humans.
It was not humans, I'm afraid. No, it was actually Githyanki that they enslaved
right.
and used.
I
as
had
their
that in
food
my backstory in your campaign. It's in the lore doc.
I didn't know all they did was enslave Githyanki.
Well, that's like canonically like their slave.
Oh, you're talking about
race.
the astral plane.
Why?
so-
why
With the Forgotten
Githyanki?
Realms.
So
What?
Because there was a whole thing where the Githyanki were once one people and they were enslaved by the mind flayers because they are quite smart and intelligent.
I remember
and
you
they
talking
live
about
on
that.
the we have thrilling conversations.
Oh, you actually listened. Oh.
Yeah.
also, another little bit of trivia on that is that it hasn't been confirmed by any official D&D source, but a lot of people speculate that the Githyanki were actually human, and while it's given them that Githyanki kind of appearance and psionic power is through like years and years of like
So I was
testing
right.
and trauma by the mind flayers.
Yeah.
So technically,
So the mind flayers
but it's never been confirmed, unfortunately.
developed
So-
psionic powers, broke free, and then they formed the Githyanki, which were the warriors that want to go hunt out all the mind flayers, and the Githzeri or the Githzerai that are the monk-like shamanistic kind of people.
The more you know.
Yeah.
As I didn't know, this is a nerd podcast.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. So you've been listening to
No, you big dumb
idiot.
Well, speaking of big dumb idiots, do we need an improv? I don't
No,
think we
we
did.
don't
Yeah.
at
Speaking
that
of big
stage.
dumb idiots, let's listen to these big dumb idiots do some D&D.
Leader of the Mind Flip.
In our last session, you guys made your way out of Vale once again and into the mists, making your way down to Kron, to the Temple of Brigantia, and hopefully to the missing children. You quickly realize the mists are starting to change a little bit. They're thicker. You encountered some strange occurrences as you traveled down. On your first day, you noticed 2 people making camp on the roads. Turns out they were traders. and also ghosts. You deducted that maybe they were... Sorry, do you want more flair in that?
I just like the
Bury the lead.
I just like the traders and ghosts.
And ghosts.
Oh, by the way, he was dead the whole time.
Yeah.
That's how they end The Sixth Sense.
Oh, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, BT Dubs. He was dead.
But you deducted that they might have actually been apparitions from 100 years ago, just before the infamous bloodbath of Bocht. They seemed very confused as you questioned them. You didn't get a lot of information out of them, and they disappeared back into the mists. You guys made camp where you found them, and Bias started digging in the soil and found one of the baubles that you had seen on the trader apparition. You guys...
Just imagine him flopping around in the dirt like baby turtles when they're trying to make their way back to
But in the air with a little tailwind.
Paddle.
You guys got Azorith up to speed on basically all the goings on that happened up in Lahias and just how dire the situation in Bale really is. In all of Bocht, in fact. You guys made your camp and settled down for the night, hearing in the far off distance the sounds of battle and death. Which is where we start our session today.
As I'm going to sleep, I'm like, you not tired?
No, I don't know. The other night I just got a weird itch to do a tattoo. I showed you, didn't I? I showed you the moon. We talked about this. I don't know. I just got a weird itch to do a tattoo, and I had all this energy, and I just didn't need to fall asleep. I don't know. But I mean, I can feel the tiredness in my body, but I don't need to sleep. I don't think I do.
You're not even going to try?
Oh, I did try.
Oh, you tried?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I tried the other night, but I couldn't stay asleep, and I still felt rested in the morning. So I don't know. I'm still figuring stuff out, and sometimes stuff appears. I mean, it did when I was a kid. I just started doing some of this magic stuff. It's just part of, tiefling. Some of it you inherit, but some of it I'm finding.
Nothing triggered it? Nothing recently?
I'll just pull out the ring that I've been wearing on the chain. I don't know. I put this on for the first time a while ago, and I met something.
I said it earlier, I'll say it again. You're one spicy dish. What?
I think it was a tasty cake, actually.
A little less grass than
If I
that.
recall.
It's a lot cuter.
No, you big dumb idiot. You said tasty cake.
Okay, tasty cake, spicy dish, whichever takes your fancy. But do I want to know?
I don't know. I don't know if it's there's something attached to this, and it's giving, I don't know, some of these powers that I'm getting are from it. I'm getting new things from it. And I don't know if it's good, and I don't know if it's bad. Well, I mean, we'll find out eventually, I'm sure.
Do you want a partner in that journey? I can try putting it on and see what happens.
I was told I really shouldn't.
Okay.
I don't know, I don't know what it is, but I showed it to Vasily, who now, in spite of everything that happened, I still trust what she had to tell me. But she said that I should be very careful about giving it away or letting other people put it on.
Oh, okay. I mean...
Let's just say it wasn't given to me willingly.
All right. Tell you what, offer's always there if you're worried or need a thought.
You don't know any stone gods, do you?
Stone gods.
I don't know. That's what he looked like. Like he was made of stone.
No, I don't. I know a few, but I don't know a stone god.
What's your god like?
An absolute cunt, to be honest.
Yeah, but what can he do?
I was never privy to that information, to be honest. I guess he can give me these powers, and he can frustrate me with them still, even when I don't want them. He's good at... Yeah, I don't know his powers, but I know what his church does for him.
What do they do?
They kind of control they kind of control who they want around. And there's something interesting that Bucky just said.
He's so cute when he's sleeping.
No, Granny.
The ruling council of Lonacath sounded eerily familiar.
What do you mean? You haven't been there before?
From there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you mean they sounded familiar?
They sounded similar in description to the leaders of my church and to the step down from Aaron.
Aaron.
Sounds stupid, doesn't it?
A little. I don't know. It just sounds like a person's name. Yeah.
Yeah, right? That's why I think anyone can become a god. That's why I'm going there.
That's fucking Oren.
What is this meta pigeon?
It's in the player's handbook.
Aaron. Anyway.
Sorry, in my accent, I say Aaron.
Aaron.
Do you want any company with anyone else? I can wake someone up.
No, it's okay. I'm happy to take watch. If something happens,
Here you go. Hang on. I'm going to do this to you. GM, question. Can I keep a concentration spell up while I'm asleep?
No.
Damn it. Fuck. Ah, shit.
Oh, it was a nice thought.
You gonna conjure another horse?
No.
You shut your whore mouth.
No fine steeds ever.
Until we die.
I'm waiting for the moment bias drops.
Is it concentration? It's not concentration. I pull out a ring. I just give it to you and like stay close by.
I think it's a little too soon, don't you think? Yeah, all right. What's this going to do?
I'm going to cast a spell, Warding Bond, as I give you the platinum ring and say, don't go far. I actually quite like you. I think I'm going to get on well with you. It's basically when you put it on, or actually a willing creature you touch. I'm just going to make it the ring. You have to put the ring on. We have a connection that if you're...
So you need to have 2 platinum rings worth 50 gold piece each. But yes, you've got matching rings there for this spell.
And yeah, I'm just going to give you the ring and say, leave this on. And for the next hour, I'll know if you stray too far. And you get +1 to your AC.
And resistance to all damage.
Oh, excuse me. Fucking give me that ring. Put it on my finger. Thank you. I put it on my middle finger.
Perfect.
And then I just give you the finger.
I just give you one back with the ring on my finger.
Sleep well, Bias.
Good night.
What do I get to add to my inventory?
Nothing. It's a spell.
Oh, okay.
You just have a platinum ring on your finger.
Okay.
I'm going to need that from inside my shell. I'm going to need that back in the morning.
Yeah. So whenever Bias casts this spell, someone within 60 feet gets another platinum ring and they have all these boons for the next hour if they stay within 60 feet.
Oh, cool.
And I'm instantly alerted if you leave.
So Safirith, you take your watch, you chill out. What are you doing over the next 4 hours before Azorith wakes up?
Azorith actually needs sleep. He's a half-elf. He can't be put to sleep.
Right.
I mean, so he needs
So
sleep.
lucky you got that bedroll. Okay. So Safirith, taking watch. Does your ability do anything to your passive anything? Are you still alert? It doesn't say that you need to.
I believe I'm still alert.
Yeah. It doesn't say that you need to do menial tasks or avoid hard labor or anything like that.
You sleep and can't be forced to sleep by any means, and you gain the benefits of a long rest while
By
doing
spending
light
8
activity.
hours of light activity. Looking at your book and keeping watch. So things can still interrupt your long rest.
Yeah. I'd be sketching.
Sketching?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'd have my sketchbook out and be doing various designs. And one of them is a portrait of a young tiefling.
Okay. Excellent. The next 8 hours pass as you sketch this young tiefling. The fire crackles. Your kind of vision is lit by that. Mostly the fry pan on the tree eventually goes out as everyone sleeps.
Yeah. Do I notice anything else in the middle of the night?
You hear in the distance that faint battle cry occasionally.
Yeah.
Sounds of like moaning, dead men.
Jacob.
Oh, fuck. Oh no, I'm dying. But outside of that unusual occurrence, you don't hear or see anything. Nothing seems to approach you. You're kind of keeping an eye out for maybe any kind of apparitions or anything that might seem odd, but you don't see anything. And you begin to see your companions stir after the appropriate amount of hours for your long rest. And Bocht gets up with a grunt and starts to pack up his belongings.
Any ghosts in the night?
I mean, yeah. I mean, none that came to me personally, but I don't know. It sounded like fighting. I don't know. Like battle. I just assumed after what we saw earlier that it, like I said, I think there's something that's like soaked into this place. I mean, probably literal buckets worth of blood. But that's seeming to, I don't know, echo now.
But nothing visual.
No, nothing visual. And I didn't see any mist monsters either. So
No dragon bones or...
no, just a turtle man and lots of asleep people. Yeah, he proposed.
Wow.
Speaking of,
I was going to
Yeah,
say, it's on the wrong finger, I think.
Just pop it back and throw it at him.
I rolled a 14 to catch it.
You lose it forever.
God damn.
You catch it easy enough. Bucky, having rolled up his bedroll, kind of steps out from over the moat that Bias dug and towards the road again, and he's kind of looking out on the road either way. And you watch as his tattoos glow.
Walk up to him, put his hand on my head.
Oh, good thinking. And he whips his head one way and he says, "This way, whenever we're ready."
Oh, I've just got to get my fry pan. And
Oh, yeah, of course.
but that's a 23, so yeah.
Yeah,
Sweet.
you definitely with one like single gush, you just shoot up.
Great.
You grab the pan without even stopping in motion. You come back.
Can you
down.
see above the smoke from up there?
I'll see if I can go a little bit higher out of the trees and take a look.
Fly up through the mist so you can't see anything, but you keep going up and up. You can nearly feel like the mist is trying to push you back down. The air seems to have kind of a certain weight to it as you go up, but you manage to keep flying through when you break through the barrier of the mists and you look around. And what you see mostly as you do like a little 360 is mists below you. You see a few kind of valley tops and hill crests. You think that maybe when you look up north, you see possibly the plateau that, Vasily was on up in Lahias. If you want to make a perception check, I can see if you see anything else, but
15.
you don't see much else. You look past the coast of Bocht and you think that you might be able to see some of the coast of Fianna and then to its left some of Safirith, but you can't be too sure at that distance if your eyes are kind of playing tricks on you. You definitely see some ships coming towards Bocht and a few kind of leaving out the other end as well, and that's it.
Okay. What kind of ships do they look like?
You can't make out the ships from this distance, but they're kind of just like black. They're like black specks on the sea,
Yeah, great.
That you're
great.
excuse me, you assume are ships.
Are they like pocket? You mentioned the valleys and whatever, but like for the townships, are there these kind of gaps?
There would be, but from where you are, you'd have to because you can see like a perpendicular plane essentially of mist, so you would have to kind of be closer to kind of like see into where those pockets are,
right? Or higher,
or if you kept going higher, you would eventually, but you'd have to have like a bird's eye view of all of Bocht from that height. Though you'd have to go very high up to get a view like that.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Well, what's the weather like?
From up above the mist, it's actually quite pleasant. Yeah, there's nice glare from the sun. Little bit of wind, but nothing too unmanageable.
Does the eye give off heat?
Does the eye give off heat? Do you want to try see if you can feel heat from the eye?
That was just me.
But I don't know if you would know whether the heat is coming from the sun or the eye. It's a good question. I feel like that would be very hard to determine.
Yeah, that's fair. Like, how you can feel the sun's heat.
Right, yeah, when it's right on you. Yeah, it's a good point. If you try, you can. Yeah, I feel like if the sun's at
It's a point.
if the sun's at your back and you feel that same intensity from your front when you're facing the eye, then I guess you could kind of deliberate that maybe heat was coming from the eye.
So what's the answer to the question, Caleb?
Just want Caleb to tell me things that I don't have to
feel heat coming from the eye?
You don't feel any heat coming from the eye.
Great. Now we know.
Thank you, Danny.
I didn't say heat wasn't coming from the eye. I said you didn't feel any.
No, you big dumb idiot.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can like scoop at the mist a little with my pan to see if I can like separate some mist.
Yeah, sure. You
if that's possible.
You kind of start to try scooping up the mist. As you reach down with your pan, it seems to kind of like tendril out and pull at the pan. Not physically, it doesn't have any weight to it as it pulls, but it seems to want to pull the pan in. It kind of mists around. You scoop it up. You can kind of bring it outside of the perimeter, but as soon as you do, it kind of like cascades and falls back down into
Dry ice.
Yeah.
Interesting. guess I go back down.
Yeah, you drop back down, gracefully land with your 23.
Oh, where the fuck do you go?
I went to go and look. Didn't you say go and look? Was that?
I didn't expect you to go out of sight.
Well, it was quite I mean, I went through the mist. I kept going until there was no mist.
Did you see anything?
Sort of. I mean, I saw a lot of mist. Like a lot more mist spreading out everywhere.
You didn't get any eye burn from the eye?
No, I didn't feel any heat from the eye at all.
interesting.
Oh, she was wearing your eye cream.
Shut up. I saw. I don't know. Everything else was so far away. It was kind of hard to tell, really. So, but the weather looks nice. It's a nice sunny day out of the mist.
Good to know, at least.
Nice to know
I mean,
what we're missing out on.
no. You know, it didn't look like it was going to rain.
Sarcasm from you, Bucky. Never had that before.
I've been hanging around you guys long enough. It's rubbing off. I thought I'd try it out.
Catching our bad habits.
Maybe we should take advantage of the good weather and...
See that? See? I learned it from you.
He just got here.
Well, if there was going to be a big storm, that would,
Yes, it's better to travel when it's not raining. so-
Exactly.
It was sort of sarcasm, not fully.
All right,
Is that a
Bailman.
word
Gonna
for
need a- Gonna need a
semi-sarcasm?
bucket for all that sarcasm dripping from your mouth.
All right, Bailman, lead the way.
Oh, I love it when you say that. He says in a non-weird way. Let me put an addendum to that. No, I know you're pining for other people. That's okay. Marches on.
You got you someone you like already.
A what?
You got... well, keep it in your pants, boy.
And you guys start in a very comfortable fashion now. It's becoming a bit of a routine how you guys can travel through this mist.
Wait, before we go, I don't have any food left, but I can make some if other people are also short.
Oh, I can make some as well if people are short. Did you eat all your rations?
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't have a whole lot to begin with.
Oh, okay.
But that's fine. I mean, I can make food now and we can have it all day or
Yeah. I mean, I always leave home with these. And he pulls a little, it's like some sort of embryo, like cured embryo sack with a little snap along the front of it. And
Like
he
a
opens
pickled
it.
egg?
Yeah, no, the sack itself is like cured leather. Like when you
What?
take the
bag.
SCOBY from the SCOBY from a.
Where did the word embryo come from?
I'm thinking about the egg sack.
when you like melt the shell and you just get the gooby, like it's that.
No, I was more thinking that when babies that are born within like a sack of sorts, the
yeah.
embryo splits open. It's like
Okay.
that, but it's shrunk down and cured. Like when you take a SCOBY.
Ew,
and turn it
gross.
into leather.
Why?
Because he works in the jungle. He lives in the jungle. He's
Why
making
wouldn't you
things from
just
bits and
say
pieces.
like a leather bag?
Because it's not leather.
Or a stomach.
Yeah, Jake,
Because
you're
it's
really
pouch
not.
thing,
What are you
or-
doing?
Okay, it's made from like some sort of
embryonic sac.
organic matter that has been shrunk down and cured and made into this very, very small leathery sack.
Gross.
And as he opens it, you can see in there a bunch of what look to be pretty much nut and coconut and protein balls as he shows you his good berries.
Oh my god, I thought you were about to say a nut sack. I'm so happy you didn't.
Well, I mean, I was working up to it. I wanted to lay it out and then say, would you like something from Bucky's nutsack? But Bucky holds out his leather nutsack and says, these will feed you for a day. I was going to save them. But
What?
we can take one.
I mean, I can make a lot of food.
Why don't you make it when we get there? Otherwise, I have to carry it.
Well, that's a good point. It's quite a lot of food. So if everyone's good for breakfast and lunch and snacks and things, then
Well, we could
Yeah,
have
well-
something for my nutsack now and then have something bigger later.
Yes, if Bucky says that the items in his nutsack can feed us all day,
Is it
we'll
salty
just have
or sweet?
one little nibble and we're...
The items in my nutsack are full of protein.
Right.
Salty, sweet. What kind of flavor?
They're a little salty, but they have got some sweetness to them.
Okay, give it. Throw one in the out. Try and catch it.
I learned how to make them from balls.
The Balls Academy. I'll have one, Bucky.
Oh, there you go. Hands out a protein ball to each of you.
I throw it in the air. And
Okay.
Yeah, you start to choke on it a little bit, but you get it down.
There's a hair in
Thank
my
you,
mouth.
Bucky.
And you can get a hit point each if you had any hit points missing. Not a temporary hit point,
Okay.
but
Less
he has
excited.
he has 6 of them left. So
Okay.
Thank you, Bucky. That's
Thank
really
you.
generous.
that's
of you.
okay, no problem. And he sets off with you guys.
You guys fall into place, following his twists and turns, feeling the crunching, moving of the roads beneath your feet. And you guys begin another day of travel.
What are we all doing to aid in this venture, this journey, this... As Bucky rolls a 21 on his survival check. 22 on his survival check.
I'm going to just start talking to the mists.
Okay, what do you say to the mist?
So mists, I'm new to the area, so I'm just trying to make my way around town, and apparently some of you are quite friendly. If anyone wants to talk, I'm here. I'm happy to help any way you want. Hold up the red thing, and it's like, your last friends gave me this. That was quite nice of them. Anyone can tell me what this is, would be great. If anyone needs help finding something else, I'm around. Just, I at one point served the god of life and death. Maybe I got some knowledge that you need
From
or
the
that
back,
you're not aware of.
from the back of the group, I'm just gonna yell. Did you finally crack?
No, I'm just, trying to be friendly as you tell me to be.
That's new.
Ooh, Agenar burn. Those are rare.
Rare but juicy.
Agna, I don't know what you mean. I'm always friendly. I just state my opinion as is.
No, but quite. It's nice to see you being generous with helpfulness.
When have I not been?
No, keep digging.
No response from Agnar.
Okay. Anyway, mists. I'm gonna call you Jean Grey, and that was actually quite a good one. And
I know exactly what mental image you've got in your head right now.
Guy Pearce. That's what I'm gonna call you all. If you don't like those names, that's fine. Just tell me what you are, and as DMs, please cut me off for somebody else, because I can keep spouting shit if you want me to.
We're all
welcome
just
to my
enjoying you talking to nothing by
I'm
us.
still waiting for people to tell me what else they're doing to help.
Roll persuasion.
No.
Oh, damn it.
Are there like sticks on the ground or like large branches from the trees?
You're on the road and there are like branches and sticks along the ground. Again, it's hard to see through the mist at this point, but you can see at your feet that there are, a few sticks, a few stones.
Along the way, I'm going to try and find like big enough branches for people to have like walking sticks as we're going, so that they're hopefully a little more grounded as the roads are shifting, or like having something to hold on to.
Yeah. Roll whatever you feel like. Persuasion. Perception, investigation, or possibly even nature or survival.
Okay, let's do investigation. Ooh! 19 plus 2, 21.
Yeah, easy enough. You find a number of sticks. You find ones that are roughly the right size for each of you. You have trouble finding one for Bucky. You unfortunately don't find one for Bucky, but you do find one that's more biased size and decent size for the rest of you. Yeah.
Figure we might want
Thank
something
you.
just to...
Thank you.
I don't know. I know I'm getting disoriented with all these roads moving around, so it helps to have something to
Yes.
ground you.
It's nice to touch the ground. Yes.
I don't take this the wrong way, but I got 2 things as tall as I am. I don't think I need a third one.
You don't need it. It's only if you want it.
I appreciate it though.
I don't need one. I'm using bias as my walking stick. On your head. Just lifts you up a little bit.
It's like walking on the moon.
Giant steps are what you take walking on the moon.
Azorith doesn't know how much this will actually help with traversing, but it's
That's all right.
keep the morale up. He'll just start playing some faint musical notes through prestidigitation, just to have
Okay.
radio on this
Some elevator music.
Yeah, just some nice, maybe that's like a bird chirping, some natural sounds.
Come on then.
Playing all the greatest hits. We have a special guest, straight out of Bale. Don't you?
No, not that one.
Wrong frequency.
Excellent. And finally, Agenar.
Agnar. Yeah, I think Agnar's going to try and look around for any missed movement or like anything that would look like some sort of spiritual form.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Ghosty ghost.
as Bucky leads you all forward, Bias chatting.
Can I give her advantage that I'm attracting the ghost to us?
I feel like you think you're giving her an advantage, but mechanically, no.
Yeah.
Damn it.
What was it?
Perception?
5.
5. Yeah, you start peering out the mists, but you keep getting distracted by Bias talking to himself.
And a radio of Daft Punk.
Yeah.
It's pretty emo music. Got the emo vibes.
Nice. Wake up. Put on another shirt.
Well, we did do that one, yeah.
You guys continue on your journey, thinking about that great performance you heard back in the inn in Vale. After a while of travel, you start to hear what sounds to be a number of footsteps.
So anyway, as I was like,
you know the start of BYOB? It starts with marching. Anyway, I thought people that had emo
I thought the
songs.
footprints were going to be accompanied
That's what starts
a band.
That's what starts BYOB by
Is
System
that
of a Down.
what's
is marching.
happening right now?
No.
I was making a joke.
I was like, there's a.
I was waiting for someone to join in, but again,
Stone Giant.
I was like, Daft Punk followed us.
Hey guys. No, you do hear
So
like
anyway, as I was saying,
the
that one time I
scuffling.
ended up in the bot. Oh, everyone, there's something. I hear something.
you don't see anything immediately, but the sound starts to come closer
How many
and closer.
feet does it sound like?
Give me an investigation check.
And is it coming from ahead of us?
Fucking
It's coming
shit.
from like just kind of off center to yeah.
3.
You figure
what is it like? It's either 20 people hopping or 10 people walking.
yeah. You can't make it out.
Bucky, have you heard this before?
No, that sounds like way too many people to be on this road. Either a lot of people are leaving, possibly leaving Kron, heading this way. I'm not sure.
Should we?
We
We should probably
get
duck
out
off
of
to the
sight.
side. Yeah.
Okay.
Bucky leads you off the side of the road, down a ditch, just off the side into some kind of ferny areas. If you guys are hiding, I'm going to need some stealth checks, please.
I don't make stealth check.
You don't make stealth checks.
Yep, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 for Bucky.
Natural 20.
Natural 20,
12.
12,
Natural 1.
natural 1. Okay, so that is a fail, pass, fail.
So you guys duck into the ditch and
Bias.
make yourself.
So do you duck into the ditch? What do you do since you do not make stealth checks?
As they're all in the ditch, I'll probably be posted up guard standing sort of just above them.
So kind of on the edge of the road in
Yeah.
front of the ditch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys kind of huddle in the ditch behind Bias and you look over.
I'm sorry, is hiding against
Bias, what are
your
you doing?
principles? What the fuck are you doing?
I'm making sure that I can see what's coming. Now shut up and stay quiet.
The sounds get closer.
Can I do a minor illusion to have like just like a rock over us who are hiding so that we're just kind of in this illusion?
A rock over you guys?
Yeah, like just gonna be like the rock is like kind of like put over us so that we're inside the rock.
Are you guys squishing in together? Because the rock needs to be 5 foot by 5 foot. How cozy are you guys getting?
Yeah, fucking do whatever you can.
I've got. I mean, it's not going to hide us, but it would protect us from whatever.
It's up to you.
It might be a little obvious, though.
It's up to you guys.
The
You-
footsteps getting
I see
very, very
anything?
close.
Do I see
Oh,
anything up and down, looking down the road? Do I see anything?
How
I
close?
just kind of like scrunch into make this minor illusion of a rock.
Okay, your
Just-
friends
That's
are now
probably
covered by a
quicker.
rock.
You squish into this rock illusion just as you see the group of figures come close enough in the mists for you to see them. They are a group, varying different races. Fidalkin, Furbog, Dragonborn. Can't remember that exact list that we always
Gith,
use.
Goliath.
That's a meme at this point.
Half orc, Yuan T. Actually, no, there's no Yuan T. There's no half orc. So yeah, Vidalcan, Furbolg, Dragonborn, Gith, Goliath.
Yeah, all these different races, and they all seem to be wearing varying pieces of armor, but it all seems very like ill-fitted and kind of rusted over. And you notice that in some cases, the armor pieces aren't actual armor pieces, but kind of like makeshift, hobbled together stuff, pieces of metal like grafted on. You see like one guy, he's got what seems to be, instead of pauldrons, metal buckets kind of like put onto his shoulders as if like that's the best he could do. And as they're walking, you can hear them talking, some of them excitedly, some of them in hushed whispers. They come down the road. Some of them notice you, Bias. Some of them ignore you. Some of them kind of eye you warily. Some give you a nod. they come closer and approach.
Marching kind of past you.
I'm going to drop the minor illusion and just stand up and kind of...
A few of them notice the drop of illusion from rock to 3 grown humanoid figures. Most of them aren't even paying attention. They're just following the crowd.
Heading basically the way you guys came.
Are they passing us?
Yeah, they seem to be heading along the road that you guys were coming down. They're heading in the opposite direction, and you guys are just off to the side now, as if you're letting them pass.
Agenar, get up here. Oh, friends, where you going?
Okay.
As you kind of step up, you can see that a Vidalcan man, and what looks to be a very, very young-looking Gith, both kind of stop. The Vidalcan man looks at you and says, "Yes,
Where are you going?
we're heading to defend Bocht,
Okay, noble of you. Why?
because the Safirians have invaded. They've taken far too many of our people. We're making one final stand."
Oh,
I look to the gift. Does he look familiar?
Make an insight check for me.
I'll ask the one
18.
who's speaking with us. The mist is not imposing any sort of difficulties for your travel today?
The what?
Right.
oh, my friend has some eyesight problems. He keeps talking about
Right,
mist.
glaucoma. Yes, it's nasty stuff. We have, for years, we've had dentists in Bocht, but we also have optometrists. If you're ever looking to get that checked out.
I've learned to live with
I've got
it.
a prescription for that.
It's really fine.
Looking at this Gith Yankee, doesn't seem to be anyone you recognize. Again, you're not well versed in the different, what Gith Yankee look like. You gather that, the oldest Gith Yankee Chief Homduk, probably wasn't alive at this point, from what you can tell.
Cool.
But he does look extremely young, like teenage Gith Yankee in armor.
Yeah, you notice that some of this group are like very old men, or very old women as well. Some of them seem to be very young. Not like kids, but definitely like the higher end of teenage years for those respective races. Very green. Some of them don't seem to know how to hold a sword. It looks very apparent that this is...
One of them's holding it by the blade, and someone just takes it out of his hands, hands in the handle.
You see him kind of like shake his hand.
Well, it's no wonder why they were massacred.
I go up. I step up, like pull out my hammer. And I'm like, so do you need a hand? You guys look like you're kind of under armored,
I mean, we're
trained.
quite capable. No one's taken over Bocht yet, so we feel we have quite a chance against the civilians.
Correct.
Civilians always underestimate their opponents.
Can I see your blade then?
Of course. Kind of holds out his sword, kind of holds it in front of him, one hand under the blade, one hand on the handle there. From what you can see, without touching it, it is a decent enough made blade. It doesn't seem overly sharp. Again, this is all HD, high def. Not a single thing out of place. You can see tiny nicks in it where it has been hit, where it's been sharpened down.
Right, fine blade. Do you mind?
Of course.
I just go to reach out and grab it.
Hand goes through it. He looks at you for a second.
That's unusual.
What kind of witchcraft do you use? Are you an illusionist?
I use nothing, sir. I use the hammer, and that's all I use.
I use the blade. If you would like to help with your hammer, sheathes his blade. That would be greatly appreciated, but I have full faith in my friends and family.
What would be your ideal end in this world?
My ideal what?
End in this world, in this life.
My death?
Yes.
Old age with my family around me.
Do you want it to end, or do you want it to go on forever?
I don't think immortality is something that anyone should really want or crave. I think a satisfying ending to a story is always more important than the story continuing. Everyone continues to march on. The little Gith Yankee guy is kind of like looking back at his Vidalcan friend and says, We should get going. We should get going. We're going to miss it.
What are you going to miss?
We're going to miss the battle. We are going to go and have such great glory. It's going to be fun. We've been training. We've been practicing on dummies.
Agenar, you know what they're going to miss. You heard him. He wants it to end. Do you trust us, friend? We are one with...
You're strangers. I do not trust you, no.
Then do me a favor.
Yeah.
Halt your regiment for 30 seconds.
Looks ahead and sees everyone marching and he says, You mistake me. This is no regiment of mine. These are friends and family. We have no leader. We are banding together.
Bias, we can't change what
I don't think we can interfere.
I'm not trying to change what happens. I'm trying to change the continuous cycle of this nature. It must come to an end.
I don't know if I have what would be required to end it. I don't know how.
I'm going to run ahead. Catch up with me. And the young Githyanki kind of darts off ahead gleefully. You see a couple of other young kids, young men, young women, some of them looking nervous, some of them looking really, really excited.
Well, I think your friends and family might need you.
Of course.
You best join them.
If I see you on the battlefield, good luck. If not,
One last question.
of course.
What is this? And I pull out this stone.
That?
Yes.
That looks like one of Polonce's trinkets and baubles. Very valuable. Hold on to that. One day that'll be worth a lot of money. If you see him, tell that son of a bitch to have more stock next time.
What do you do with it?
And he like lifts up a thing and he's got like a handful of them kind of strapped to his belt. He's like, catch me on the battlefield and I'll show you.
Wait,
Catch me outside. How about that?
where is this battlefield?
At this point, the like the back end of the marching is kind of leaving. He looks at you and he says, "Up, closer to Baal. Not as far as Baal, but closer to Baal. Along this path, there are apparently many Severian soldiers ready to go. We're not sure if they've taken place in the mines or Ava, but we just know that they're further in, closer to Baal. We want to stop them. The Baal area is going to fight from their side, but we're hoping to catch them from the back."
I see. Thank you.
No, thank you. Be well. And he kind of marches off. And as he marches off, you see the back ends. You look out on the road, you see the back ends of the people
Submerged.
disappear into the mist.
Agenar, you're someone of faith, no?
Yes.
Do you believe in omens, signs?
Yes.
I've never seen the mist act like this.
I'm new to the mist, so...
Do you think it's doing this on purpose? Like this is a defense mechanism or something? Because it doesn't...
I don't know, but I can't help but think that it has something to do with the removal of the Bailman's power.
Or the location of all the Bailmen. I mean, Okay, so the Silver Stag was drawn to Lahias when the Bailmen finished their tattoos and it, attacked the village or whatever it did. It seemed to be drawn that what if this gathering of Bailmen is also drawing the spirits of the mist or the ghosts of the mists? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know how these mists work or if they're from a divine source of that sort. Maybe from the Temple of Briganti. I'm not sure. Is the Temple of Briganti the only temple on this island?
I wouldn't think so. And this is not the sort of the thing that Brigantia is. I mean, she's children and spring and livestock, farmers and farming, rivers, not battle and soldiers.
You're right. It could be a warning that it's going to happen again.
It could also just be a memory repeating itself.
I know.
Could be a curse of.
I think we
of
just
the
got to keep.
bloodbath.
We just got to keep going.
I agree.
Just
I
have to
think
keep going through it, and
try not
maybe
to,
the temple will tell us. Maybe there'll be something there.
try not to let it get to us. Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, they were better than the first things we saw in the mist, so it's honestly a positive for us.
It's true. Those mist monsters are pretty nasty when they come about.
Oh, maybe they were the Safiriths.
The mist monsters?
Yeah, the ones that attack us. Maybe they're the Safirith spirits.
Oh, spirits of the Severians.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. No, I mean, all we know is that the Severians slaughtered our people and then disappeared into the mist.
Yeah, I mean, if the mist showed up after everyone died and then the Safiriths never came out, they got to have gone somewhere.
So they might be still in the mist.
They might be the mist as well as all these people.
But the mist came and then they disappeared, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, maybe the drive to protect Bocht was so strong that even after they died, the souls of the Bochtians came together to defend Bocht and did something to the Severians. I don't
I've heard
know.
of mass rituals that take, more than one person to complete. Maybe the sacrifices of the thousands was enough to protect the land. And then the Safiriths that died are now trapped in the mist with them.
Yeah, and they're doomed to protect and also walk the roads in the lands.
That makes it sound a little more deliberate.
That was a little, doesn't it?
Well, without any
Thoughts?
definite proof, I think all this speculation can only go so far.
And we need to go pretty far in order to get moving.
All right,
Keep
Okay.
going.
let's get going then.
Bucky steps back up and leads the way down the road. The way that the the marching Bochtians came from.
You guys continue your travels down that road. You notice it start to get darker and darker as you traverse, as the day starts to ebb away. You start to feel kind of tired. You also begin to smell a very slight
The human way was
smell.
starting to smell.
Well, some of you might. I'll leave that for your own character choice. But you do start smelling a very slight smell of rotten fruit under your nose.
Etterath is cooking again. No, I lie. He was actually a really good cook. I'll give him that.
It's true. Much better than me.
Options were pretty good. Used a lot, but they were pretty good.
They were tasty.
I get hungry.
It's fine. It's fine.
You find yourselves suddenly trotting through a dark red pool. All of a sudden, closer inspection reveals in this pool that you're wading through, you notice there's things floating in it.
Wait. We went from walking on land to waist deep in water.
Not waist deep, about ankle deep.
Okay, ankle deep. Okay.
It's as if you were walking and then suddenly you're in you're trotting through the rest of the landscape unchanged.
Clop, clop, splash.
And if I look around, is there land behind us?
So you turn around and you see that this kind of pool that you're wading through seems to go on infinitely.
Ooh.
Closer inspection reveals that the stuff that is floating in this red pool seems to be bits of bone shrapnel. You even see a few skulls floating on the blood.
When we lift our feet, does the red liquid seem to be
It kind of
on it?
sticks
Is
to your boot and kind of drips off it as you pull. You can pull yourself out of this. It doesn't seem like too heavy. Those of you familiar with death recognize that smell of rotten fruit wasn't rotten fruit at all, but actually that rancid odor of rotting flesh.
This doesn't seem quite so non-corporeal.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like ghosty, misty stuff.
What's your finger saying?
My finger's saying we're going in the right direction, but I can't see anything. All I see is this bloody pool.
I'm gonna dip my finger into it and taste
It tastes like blood.
That copper metallic.
Yeah, that's fucking real.
That's a lot of blood.
You hear a loud horn go off to your right hand side. Blaring and obnoxious, you look up at it and you see a hill. And on its crest, a battalion of soldiers. They're wearing gleaming red and bronze armor. Safirith, you would recognize this as the armor of Queen Banrian's imperial troops. These are a Severian army. You start to hear the steady beat of a war drum that joins the horn. And then you hear the soldiers start to begin shouting menacingly from the hill as they crash their swords against their shields.
Do we think that's ghosts, or
It's
we
just
should?
another of these visions.
It
has to
might
be.
not be.
pretty
This
fucking
seems
real.
very real down here with the.
Does the armor look like recent armor of the Zephyrians?
Give me a history check.
Can I help him with that?
Yeah.
8.
8.
What do you say, Safirith, to give him advantage?
Hey, do you think that's the same armor?
Yeah, I mean the colors look vaguely. I don't know. I took a history class like 15 years ago.
I would say from this spot on the hill, they're a bit of ways away, so you can make out that kind of red and bronze colored pattern that you recognize is on the armor of Banrian's troops. You're not close enough to see quite the exact details, so it could possibly be recent armor. You're not sure.
Come on, we're wading through a pool of blood. Armies are clashing in the distance. It has to be the mist.
Something
More of these
wants
visions.
us to see something, but this is like those other things. I mean, those people were there until we touched them, but this is blood.
We know that the mist creatures could actually hurt us. So what if the Severian spirits, ghosts, whatever they are, can do real damage? This might not be ghost blood.
Well,
It could be more recent.
A tremendous wave of blood now starts to like cascade from the hill. Like from every point of this hill, it starts to flow like a waterfall, like covering everything in this like deathly vicious red.
Is it like water level like rising?
Yeah, it seems to be like nearly like tidal wave kind of coming down from this hill. You notice this kind of bloodlust in the soldiers' eyes, and they begin like screaming frantically. They begin charging down the hill. Blood as they run, like hitting their boots and splashing up into their faces.
How long would we have before they arrive?
We're hiding, we're fighting, we're fleeing, we're fighting,
Probably a minute or two.
A minute. I have an idea. Now's
not the time to talk.
I have a
Bucky's
minute. I
immediately.
have 1 minute.
Okay, hurry up, because I'm
Okay,
gonna fucking hit them with something.
Okay, get into sort of whatever preparation you want to be, but kind of close, and I'm going to draw
we
a circle
fighting or
around
fleeing?
us. Well, where can we flee to?
I mean, we can run, right?
Follow the finger. It's the way we gotta go. Or do what you're gonna do now.
Yeah, we do both. Go.
We can't do both.
What are you gonna do?
I'm going to try and protect us from this
It's unhelpful. What are you
undead
gonna do?
thing, and we can observe
A
if we
loud,
want to.
thunderous roar interrupts, and it crashes and pierces your eardrums.
Run or stay.
Run.
I want to watch it.
You look
Cast
up
it.
at the hillside as it begins to
If you want to
crack
run,
open.
run. I'm going to cast it, and I'm going to pull out my holy water and start pouring it in a circle, a 10-foot circle
So you begin casting.
around it. Casting magic circle against undead.
Okay.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
What's she doing?
One or more. So, okay, all of them. Celestials, elementals, fey fiends, and undead.
I bash my hand on my chest and my shield.
Nice to bring your shield
Hammer
up.
out and I
Yeah.
protect Agenar as she casts
Brace
this.
yourself
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
front of this magic circle.
Yeah.
Bucky
That you're
steps around. You can see he all of a sudden he kind of clicks and taps his ankles, and his feet start to move at a really fast, kind of rapid pace as he's like jogging on the spot. The rest of his body calm and still as he pulls a short bow out and starts to like jitter about and go kind of move around a little bit like Quicksilver.
On my hammer, there's a little white cloth just blowing in the wind. I'm like, gonna protect us all. Gonna give us everything. Just everything you can. You put into it now. You stay strong. You stay steady. We got this. And I'm gonna cast Aid level 2, and then Agenar, Safirith, and Bucky gets 5 temporary hit points.
Nice.
I believe your
Maximum, yeah.
So you heal 5 hit points, and your maximum hit points go up by 5 for the next little while. Not temporary hit points, maximum. So you can be healed all the way up
And
to
it lasts for 8 hours.
8 hours. Excellent.
And that little cloth just kind of glows as it ripples in the wind.
Azorith has sort of seen sort of what they're seeing. He's kind of just frozen in not fear, but something kind of grabs hold of him, and he's just kind of closing his eyes and just muttering, "It's not real. It's not real. It can't be real. This is impossible." He's just kind of watching.
As they start coming towards us, I'm going to aim at one of the soldiers and try
Yeah.
to hit them with an Eldritch Blast.
You let an Eldritch Blast out just as you see that thunderous roar, that ear-ripping crack, make a huge, like, crevice in the middle of the hill. It opens wide, almost like a fucking, like, massive mouth in the hill, and it starts sucking the soldiers in. Start hearing them scream as whatever is happening in there sounds fucking full of despair. You hear bones crunching and ripping as they succumb to whatever horrible fate awaits them in that hole. The blood keeps coming. It fucking cascades into your magic circle, and
It's a 20-foot tall cylinder.
you would have been splashed by all this blood, but it gets knocked back and up and around, and your vision is obscured. All you can see is blood as it bashes against this protection cylinder. You hear all these screams, these moans. And then all is quiet. And the blood drops and slowly fades away, and the hill you now see is empty of soldiers and of blood. You look down and the pools at your feet have disappeared. The stench of death is gone with the wind, and you hear some birds singing in the distance. A relaxed and joyful tune. And that's where we're going to end our session.
Theater of the Mind Flip.
to Theatre of the Mind Flayer.
We go live on all good podcast app every Tuesday at what time?
I don't know. Do you know?
No.
Every time?
All the times, 2 a.m., 7 p.m. If you like what you heard,
Leave us a review on whatever podcast app you're listening to.
and if you didn't like it, then
Then turn it off and never listen to it again.
no, they could turn it on and listen to it again and find something better about it, and they actually like it.
That works.
Reach out to us on Twitter at mindflayer_pod and
Instagram at Theatre of the Mind Flayer.